find objectionable. The views and opinions expressed in the podcasts on Govs Radio are those of the individual podcasters and their guests. They do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Govs Comedy Club Radio, Governor's Comedy Club, The Brokerage, McGuire's, or sponsors and advertisers. Some podcasts are for mature audiences only and include language not suitable for young listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Also, the following sports and entertainment program may contain an unusually high volume of references to the Kansas City Chiefs, especially for a show broadcast out of New York. This definitely does not reflect the official policy or position of Govs Comedy Club Radio, Governor's Comedy Clubs, or most of the New York population. And now, enjoy the program.
I would be honored if you played football for this team.
Me? Play football?
Yes.
Come on, Lenny! Pump it in there, baby! Just keep matriculating the ball down the field, boys.
We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
So no matter what happens, just keep sticking it to them. Now who are we?
Game machine.
Game machine.
Game machine.
Wrong side! Left side! Left side! Left side!
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
You all know what you have to do. Remember, no one, and I mean no one, comes into our house and pushes us around. This is your game now, gentlemen. Let's get a
This is a game we are gonna win.
This is the game that people are going to talk about for years. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose.
Let's hear it, gentlemen. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose. Let's go play some football. Let's go, baby!
And here we go, folks! It's a pretty good year to host my own football show.
50 years, you could have had a terrible show.
49 years would have been just a sad, sad year of football talk. But some good things happened this year in football. I'm just going to keep smiling, Sally. The whole show is just silent.
I don't blame you. You worked hard for this.
Antonio Brown.
I started the year talking about Antonio Brown for 6 straight weeks, and now he's in prison. I haven't seen the news today. I'm just assuming that's where he is.
Safe assumption.
I usually, as everybody knows who watches this show, by around 7:20, I start losing my mind, so I want to get my thank yous out now because this is our big season finale. Thank you to Governor's Comedy Clubs, the best places to watch live comedy here on Long Island. Governor's here in Levittown, the Brokerage in Belmore, McGuire's in Bohemia, all wonderful places. Thanks to James for all the spots. Thanks to Joe Carletto for all his work with Govs Radio. Speaking of Govs Comedy Club Radio, what a fantastic organization. They have a lot of great shows. Do yourself a favor. Go over and like Governor's Comedy Club Radio right now. When new shows start, you'll get a little bloop on your Facebook. You'll get an alert when they start, and you can watch some of the wonderful shows here they have on Governor's Comedy Club Radio, including Knock 'em Dead Comedy, starring Sally O'Neill. Yeah. And big thanks to Tony Walker, who helped me get this show started. We had the initial conversation. Chris Roach brought me into the Govs Radio family, so that worked out well. Eric Shevlin was one of our first guests. He's since passed away, but I'm going to miss him. No, he's part of Knock 'em Dead Comedy. Tony Walker, Eric Shevlin, Sally O'Neill. Watch them every weekday from 11 to 1. We're probably going to have Eric on, probably around 7:30, so check back in for that. Eric Shevlin will be a guest.
Jokey joke.
All my guests, all the wonderful people who have stopped in over the past 6 months of shows. Too many to mention because I'll forget. Keegan, Richie Burns going to be calling in. And today we have the lovely and talented Christopher D. Train Donovan in that shirt.
I had to do something to annoy you. You're just too happy.
Shut up. Turn his mic off. Pat O'Rourke is here wearing
a neutral shirt.
A neutral shirt and a very, I don't know if that's Fight Against AIDS hat. I don't know if that's from the Broadway production of Rent.
Have no hair hat.
It's at
nice.
Springfield Isotopes. I don't know if that's a Vonnegut A-hole. I don't know what's going on up
Duff
there.
beer,
Yeah,
Wow.
that
You
literary
put that
references. He's so
You're
learned.
going to lose half the audience.
I got them smells real good. My sons are like, what did Daddy just say?
I wore red for you, and it's not even in my color wheel.
Look at this. We're matching reds today.
Mm-hmm. I was very happy for you.
My wife doesn't like the red and yellow.
No.
And yet she puts up with it.
Yep, that's love.
She doesn't like you when she puts up with you.
Long story.
Yeah.
And thanks to our wonderful sponsor these past few months, Zorn's the Beth Page. We're going to talk more about them later, but they've been so helpful, so supported. God bless them. Let's talk football.
Oh, what happened?
Anybody see any football this week?
Nope.
No?
Nothing on. Nothing on.
Just the halftime.
How about J-Lo? She was still kicking it at 50.
True story. I thought that was J-Lo for the first 4 songs. She looks a little different. I don't know.
I said last time I was here, I don't know any of her hits, and we got yelled at by the producer last time, but I don't know any J-Lo songs.
I know J-Lo songs.
Is that old or?
And I know...
What's her big one?
Let's Get Loud, Jenny from the Block.
Jenny from the Block.
My love, right?
What's the one with the...
If You Want My Love, is that a thing? I'm asking.
Are we
if
still
you
talking
want
about...
my love?
Are we off J-Lo already? We're already...
You didn't find it strange? Like I thought it was good. I thought it was, she looked good, and Shakira, but didn't you find it strange that they brought a bunch of little kids up right after that act?
After the pole dance?
Yeah. It was like, what's it like? Kids are allowed in the strip club now, or what was that?
Nothing. I mean, I remember Elvis Presto. At
Elvis
the halftime.
Presto?
You don't remember Elvis Presto?
What?
I think that was the Niners Bengals in 88, 89. They gave out 3D glasses at like convenience stores, and you could watch Elvis Presto's halftime spectacular, and they had like the worst like floating 3D.
Was it like a magician dressed
That's
as
the John
Elvis?
Candy game, right?
I believe so.
Oh my
that was
God.
the what?
The John Candy game when Montana said, "Hey, there's John Candy in the stands." True story.
really
In the
say
huddle,
that?
they were going into like win the game, and he says to one of his linemen, he goes, "Hey, look, man, John Candy."
Well, that's cool under pressure right there.
That's right up there with halftime Len Dawson drinking a Fresca, smoking a cigarette.
That's the greatest photo.
I'm sure the Fresca was spiked.
No, not my Len Dawson.
No.
All right. What did you guys think of the 100 best players montage thing? They said a memorable moment.
Oh, that was nice. I
Did
like
you
that.
like that?
Yeah.
Could have been done better.
I feel it.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
And it, like
And-
they would pan across and go, and here's Hall of Famer Steve Belanger from the 91 Cowboys, Chris Donovan. And then we have from this decade, I'm like,
Wait,
like
yeah.
they didn't
They didn't
introduce
even-
everybody.
Yeah.
You can't just single some people out.
Well, half of them don't know their names.
Oh man,
There's Earl Campbell. Earl doesn't wave.
Everybody's so upset. Everybody's. Nobody's looking too
At
happy.
one point, there were 2 guys side by side who I've interviewed in my life, and I said that to my boys. And
Emmett Smith
What?
and who is he with? Who is he with?
Who didn't show up? Bo Jackson.
Well, Jackson wasn't voted.
And you know who wasn't on there? It was Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders.
Namath. And that
No.
lit up social. Like, how was
Yeah.
Namath not on? Probably social media
Now
just
was
here in
Aikman
New
not
York.
a top 100 guy?
No, because it's at top NFL. Like, he had a great
Career,
year.
a great career.
Career?
No, 3 Super Bowls.
What?
Aikman?
No,
Troy
no,
Aikman.
Namath.
Oh, name it.
great
No.
I'm like, holy crap. What?
What happened?
Namath had a great game. He was 50 games
In the
under
world
500
I live
for
in,
his
Joe
career.
Namath won
He
3
was 50
Super
games,
Bowls.
what?
Under 500.
yeah.
And he threw much more interceptions than touchdowns. He had a great day.
He had a great day.
And didn't throw a pass in the second half.
And if there hadn't been that guarantee, which I told this to his face, I said every quarterback in 54 years has said, I'm going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right.
Patrick Ewing said it like 12 times in the
Yes, that's right.
Which is
he
weird
did.
because he doesn't even
He
play
did.
football.
90s. He guaranteed it, though.
Antonio Brown actually promised that he would win the NBA championship.
Oh, boy.
I can't wait to not talk about Antonio Brown anymore.
Yeah.
All right, and then getting closer to the game, as you can probably assume, Sunday was a very long day.
Oh, my God.
Well, actually,
What time do you start your prep?
Well, I watched in the week leading up to it, I watched 3 games on replay.
Oh, my God.
I watched them play the Patriots again from week 10,
Right.
week 14 on the NFL Network. And then I watched the Texans game
Right.
on replay. Then I watched the Titans game on replay.
Did you get nervous at the same spots?
Here's the thing. In the Texans game, down 24-0, the second time, I was all hyped up, got excited. On Saturday, in between 7.5 hours of coaching Little League baseball clinics, I went home for a sandwich, and I watched the Texans game for a third time.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
This time, I got angry. Not even angry. I was just like, ooh, we can't do this. Like, it was so bad. They played so poorly in the first 20 minutes of that game.
Yeah.
Just dropping passes. I'm like, oh God, if they do this tomorrow, we're done. That's too good a team.
3 quarters
And
on
they
Sunday.
did.
too.
And they
Yeah,
did
they
it.
did.
It really
I mean,
could
they
have
were-
gone either way for a long
They
time.
did not
They were being
impress me at
dominated
all in the
go-
first
halfway through the fourth
half.
quarter. I never thought they had a shot.
Right at, they got the ball, which I never liked. They lost the coin toss. I love when they defer. I love knowing
Yeah,
I'm
we
going to get
talked
the
about
ball.
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was all excited.
Yeah.
And of course and then there was confusion.
A little
over the-
confusion.
Why
Wait,
was there?
so
they've been
you
doing
want
this.
the ball? Who wants the ball?
They've been doing this 16 times a week for 100 years.
Right. Yeah.
No, and
How
the,
is
and
there
the captains are told before the game, here's what we're doing.
Right.
We want the ball, we're defending that end, or, we will kick, we're defending that end zone. So for these guys to screw it up.
And like, does this happen every week and we just don't see it because they don't make it big? Because it happened in the Cowboys game.
Yep.
I don't even remember what happened there, but they said, the Cowboys may get the ball. Somebody might get the ball again.
Right.
Both kickoffs. But then they went to the NFL office. I don't understand that.
That was silly.
It should be easy. I was still looking at the guy who got out of the
Who
4 veterans.
were your captains, by the way, who went out for the coin toss? Do you remember?
It was a kicker, number 2.
Holmes, Butker.
7-2 were out there.
7-2
I was like, who
number
are these
7?
guys?
Oh,
on the
number
Chiefs.
7.
7-2.
Oh.
Some European. Doesn't even know where he is.
Was it Sally in a jersey?
They have one bar on his.
Jan Stenerud.
Yeah, I was gonna say Yarrow Yepremian. What is his name? Right?
Even before the coin
Yarrow.
toss.
Yeah, Yarrow.
They're hyping us up. There's not a lot of prep.
No.
I took a shower around 5:30. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm prepared. It's like Soylent Green, where the old man is preparing for his death to get on the conveyor belt to go into the incinerator. I took a nice, peaceful, meditative shower. We talked about meditation.
Did you burn a candle?
Is that a euphemism?
Were you having a drink in the shower, I hope?
No.
It's 5:30, you're still not drinking?
As I've discussed many times on the show, I don't drink till they score.
Oh, boy. Well, it didn't happen.
So that was the only good. Oh, they won the coin toss. Maybe I get a quick pop in early.
Yeah.
I was okay. I knew what I don't eat until they score. So all I really had to do.
You have a lot of rules.
I do. Yeah. All I had to do was just get dressed and sit in my spot. But the Rock's introductions. Oh, anybody have a problem with that?
Yeah, you can't get the same guy to do hype for both teams.
Thank you, because he comes out. He did a great job. The Niners, Jim, my buddy Jim Garoppolo. My pal, Greg Kittle. I'm like, I'm hyped up for the Niners.
Who are you getting? Right?
Can't wait to see who they get for the Chiefs.
Kevin Hart?
It's the same guy. Anybody.
Right.
Sylvester Stallone again.
That would have been anybody but The Rock. Bring out the woohoo guy. Who's that? The old wrestler.
Ric Flair.
Bring out
I'm trying to who does identify with Kansas City. He did have a red outfit on.
Absolutely.
Give me Wriggle. Give me Eric Stone Street. I don't care.
Be someone from Kansas City.
Paul Rudd. Give me Ant-Man. Paul Rudd would do it in a heartbeat. He was there.
You know Pitbull was going to get his way into this show, didn't you?
Was he there?
Well, he did the Rob Riggle segment. I don't know if you caught that. Rob Riggle did a Miami Beach party.
No, I didn't really turn it on until like 6 o'clock.
Pitbull showed up.
But I thought he was going to be part of the half show. Half show.
Hey.
Is it 7:30 already? I can't speak. But I was very upset that they had the same guy introduce.
Absolutely can't do that.
Like, as soon as he said, my pal, George Kittle. You can't then say, my buddy, Travis Kelce. Yeah. That's worse than Rob Lowe's NFL hat.
Right.
NFL doesn't have the budget for 2 guys. They're paying Jay-Z to sit down during the national anthem.
Yeah.
There was something I read in the build-up. I forgot that the NFL is a not-for-profit organization.
Oh, yeah, they don't pay the halftime
They
performers.
don't have to do it. They don't. Where's all that money go?
Not in my pocket.
Nope.
Michigan gets $44 million a year.
Oh,
that's what he's made
so
like
much money.
5 years. $44 million a year.
So much money.
Oh, we have so many things to get to. All right.
We haven't even kicked the ball off yet.
Should have got to law school.
The Rock's intros. We've got to number 1.
There we go.
And it's 7:29.
Yeah.
Okay. My phone, Kim K. Oh, okay. First, the set, 3 and out.
Yeah.
for the Chiefs.
Bad start. They don't look great.
Not good. I'm starting.
He looks a little shaky with the first couple of throws, right?
He does, and I said to myself, I says, he's not good when he's tight. When he's fun and dancing, he looked like me. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Nope. That's not. He looks like me.
You're not a good quarterback.
No.
Like you, he didn't have a drink yet.
And it's 6:30. You know the shakes are starting to come. He didn't look good, and then the Niners got the ball.
Yep.
And it's
Debo Samuel.
It's like when my kid plays me in Madden. I'm like, oh, how do I stop
yeah.
that? Wait, what button is that? How did you spin? Wait a minute.
They should have got 7 out of that.
They really.
I
look good.
can't believe on 4th and 2 when they brought out the kicker. That was my first big smile of the game. I was like, oh.
You know what? No one's talking about that first 4th and 2 that he didn't go for it.
They talked about it a little, but then they
read that timeout.
There were so many other things to get to. But that was a big play in the game.
Yeah, now you think about it.
3-0. I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, you'll take a 3-0 because
Absolutely.
they were dominating.
4th and 2, either they get the first down or a touchdown. That's what I
Right.
saw happening on the next play.
Absolutely right.
So I was absolutely delighted. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
They took the field goal. And then the Chiefs marched down the field, and they look a little better.
Right. How nervous are you when Mahomes gets hit and fumbles the ball out of bounds?
That whole play
That was a
weird.
weird play, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Strange.
Because the
play.
guy hit
they
his
put out
knee.
the kicking team too on that.
What was that?
That would have been. It looked like a first down. The ball gets knocked out of bounds
Yep.
backwards. So now it's 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Right.
And they during the commercial break they bought the kicking team out.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
And then they changed their mind.
Yeah.
But
But
I
on
ruined
that,
my changing score pool by the way. I had 3 and 9.
sorry.
So many pools are
Domino
ruined.
Cristo. On that play, Mahomes fumbles the ball, and I knew it right away. I'm like, oh, crap, that's backwards. That's
You
not
didn't
my
think-
first
I
down.
thought that's
I
behind the
thought
line.
concussion when I saw that hit.
But the guy from the Niners hit Mahomes' dislocated kneecap
Yes.
with his helmet,
And got hurt.
and then he's down. Like, it took my brain a little while to process it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, God, somebody's hurt. Don't let it. Huh?
Yeah, the Niners are down?
And it wasn't even like he was jumping and he nicked his knee back. It looked like the daintiest little hit.
Oh, my God. It looked like nothing, but the guy was out. And Mahomes is fine. He pops up like a give me a pop-up reference. I don't know.
Every play where he just bounces back up is relieving to me. I don't know why I get so scared.
I could've
How old is he? How
24 years old.
24.
Wow, like good for you. You'll have him for a long time.
Third year in the pros.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's
So
allowed to
many
sign-
people are writing in saying they're so happy for you.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
Johnny McDonald's like so happy for you,
Aw,
Steve.
Johnny.
They're
Congrats.
all liars.
And then there's D-Train who said, oh, good, I was hoping not to mop up your tears on Tuesday. Oh, no, that would have burnt this place to the ground.
It would have been the angriest show ever. How much better would it have been?
Gee, where's
You're
Steve? He's
so
usually here by
happy.
now. Does that smell like gasoline in there? That's not funny.
Well, we'll get to that. How the 49ers totally gave the game to the
Oh,
Chiefs.
my
Oh, that's way down on the
Yes,
list.
it's
Hang
fourth quarter.
on.
I know.
Oh,
How
so
much money did you give Shanahan?
they bring, as a freelance stand-up comic and a freelance writer and a freelance podcast host, how much do you think I gave Coach
$0.
Shanahan?
Yeah.
As much as a classified ad salesman for the New York Daily News. Who wasted $30 on a Niners hat for a prop joke last week.
That's it. I'm
By the
willing to
way,
spend the money.
again, I would like to say this on air. My wife is still upset with you.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I
of hers
walk
anyway.
in. Sometimes she can listen to the show. Sometimes she can't because the kids are going every direction. I walk in the door before it's closed. What the hell was D-Train's hat? What was that all about? You tell that jackass he better shape up.
Yeah, where are my glasses?
You're used to wives being mad at you, right?
Always.
I'm assuming Pat is too.
I've only had one, but yeah, she's mad at me a lot. Some guys like, I've had 6 wives.
Both our wives are pissed at you too. All right, so Mahomes bounces up. They come back from the timeout. Another commercial I don't need to see. Could care less about commercials in a game like this. Food and commercials meant nothing in the Super Bowl for the first time.
And they were underrated. They weren't that good.
They weren't that
Just
good.
the Jeep one with Bill Murray.
So they had brought out Butker. I'm like, all right, 3-3. I wish they went for it. And then when they decide to go for it, then I'm like, oh, well, maybe we should kick. Because it's nerve-wracking. And then
It looked like they got stuffed.
No.
And then the guy.
You know what?
broke the
You remember the
tackle
play?
Yeah.
The Spinorama?
Yeah.
The boy band spin?
Yeah.
And I said this morning, like, how has there not been more talk about it? Of course, now there's like 6 articles about it
is that
on
right?
Bleacher Report. But I don't know how that play worked. I've watched it a dozen times today. 4 guys in the backfield spun around.
Yep.
in sync.
That's right.
On 4th and 1. That is not a play you call.
No.
On
I think
4th
it was
and
called
1.
the bye play.
That's.
But I don't think that part fooled anyone. I don't know. I mean,
I got fooled. I didn't know where.
But
I
for
didn't
a
know what
half
was
a
going
second-
on. Direct snap.
and one of them was like a tackle, wasn't he?
Yes.
Like number 72 was spinning around. Like, what are they doing? And I thought that was illegal. I thought you can't have two guys moving at once. You can if you're not running.
They weren't. Not everybody was set. So they did the spin. Then everybody got set. But they kind of looked like they were almost set. It was very strange, and I got confused. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then Williams popped it in. I thought he was in for a touchdown, but that's okay. They gave him the first down.
That's all you needed was the first
And they
down
said
in that
today,
play.
what did he say? It was an old Rose Bowl play that Michigan did in 1949 that they stole.
I'll give you a fat lip, you rummy. Here comes Rockney. Come on, boys, fight.
Hang on, I got to call this in. Hello,
Nine guys pop over. Yeah.
And then some.
They're wearing fedoras and playing.
Bieniemy admitted that was a play from the 1949 Rose Bowl. And then somebody at Bleacher Report or somewhere said they found a clip of it. It looked nothing like it. Oh. There were 4 guys in the backfield, and they all shifted one step to the right. There was no spinning.
They didn't do the spin.
There was no bye. There was none of it. But like, that's an important play. 4th down.
Wow.
How
many times do they practice that? Like, how is one guy not spin? Like, if we tried it,
it'd spin right into you.
It would be the worst, like mob dance, whatever that.
Or there'd be some
flash
kind of
mob,
some kind of rule broken. So there'd be a flag somehow.
That,
We would've,
I'm like, how is that exactly? I was like, how is that not an illegal shift? But that was an important touchdown, and that was Mahomes. Even on that one, scared me because he did the fake flip. I'm like, I see that coming out of his hand. All right, so that was good. We like that.
So the option player scores the touchdown, right?
No, he didn't option it. He fake
didn't.
option,
Fake
and then he
options.
kind of cut in.
Right.
But I looked all over the internet today for the name of that play. Like, I want to know what he called it. Like what he called out. I want to know what. Couldn't find it.
All right.
The trap, 48 trap, something. Give me something.
No, in a very high voice. 48 trap.
Again, can't figure out his voice. It's either very high or very low. I don't know what it. But it's like a deep
It is
high.
weird. It's like a guy hitting puberty and doesn't really know where his voice is yet. You know what I mean?
It's very, and we
it doesn't fit his body. It doesn't fit him when you see him talking. You're like, that doesn't sound like a.
No, but we just discovered today. My 9-year-old knew this. How tall Pat Mahomes is? Do you know?
No.
6'2", 6'3"?
I had to ask Alexa because my youngest said that he was bigger than me, and I'm like, I don't think so, buddy.
No, he is though, isn't he?
He's 6'4".
Yeah.
He doesn't. Those guys are just so enormous out on the field that he doesn't look that big by comparison.
Yeah.
That's like hoops, same thing. Basketball, where you see a guy, he's 6'4", and he looks like he's 5'7".
But it's when you see like the lady come up. So Pat, how'd you do in the game? Oh, very good.
It's like if you take your penis out of elementary school, it looks huge.
We're gonna cut that. We'll fix that in post because that's we're not.
That's the halftime with Shane.
Mahomes played tight. I wrote that. I mean, he just didn't
look good.
I thought both quarterbacks were bad. I was.
Well, you couldn't tell with Jimmy because he didn't do anything. It was just all checkdowns.
Yeah.
But they were running well, and they went away from that.
And they were play action pass well.
After the pick, the Kansas City pick, all right?
Right.
It was 7-3.
That's right.
Now they get the ball like at their own 45, and they start marching down. I'm like, this is the dream scenario. If they go up 14-3, and now San Fran's going to be super tight because if they only score a field goal or don't score, there's a chance of going down 21. Like all the possibilities running through my head. We're going to run away with it.
And
Here's my prediction.
On this drive, he gets the first deep pass to Watkins. It looks a little like he's back.
I don't think it was that play.
No,
I don't think it was that drive. They had a lot of little checkdowns. They got to like the 30, 35. The 25, and then they
went 4th and 1 again. That was the Williams pitch, right? They went 4th and 1, but
then they
didn't get to the touchdown.
Then they ended up with like a 4th and 6, and it was.
That's my.
I was like,
once again, I was hoping for a safety or a missed extra point because my pools were all bad numbers.
9 and 2.
If you had good numbers in the pools, you won throughout. Like you had 0-0.
0-0 won second and third.
7-3, which never comes in.
Halftime was
halftime and third quarter were all 0.
First, and changing some pools, you get money for 0-0
right.
start.
That's right. Remember the $1,000
So then halftime and third quarter, you won.
And 7-3 was the first quarter. Like you get those numbers, you think you're golden, and then it's 8-2 or something horrible.
No, I had like 5-8, and I had all those numbers.
I had 9-2.
I'm hoping, like, 6-4. A safety or
now.
The worst.
Obviously, I was invested in this game. As a I know everybody who knows me was rooting for the Chiefs because you're all good people, nice people. But as like last year's game, I didn't give a rat's ass about, and it was not entertaining.
No,
this was a good game, right?
This was a great game.
Even though it started slow.
Yeah, at the second half, I mean, it was weird. It would go in spurts to be exciting. Then you're like, wow, they really, San Fran's dominate them, and you think San Fran's going to run away with it. They sort of just keep them in it, punting back and forth. And then the last 7-8 minutes were great.
Yeah, it was a fun game. I thought it was fun. Oh, we have Goomba Johnny watching. He's a big Chiefs fan, too.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations,
Longer than me.
Johnny.
Very happy.
I think he
tonight,
remembers the first one because, no, he was talking about it on the show. The drive after the KC pick. The San Francisco end of the half.
Yep.
This Shanahan, you think he's backtracking there, saying defending himself?
Wait, did we talk about the what's his name? Quick check, the 44, the fullback. He scores to make it 10-10.
Yeah.
What was that play?
It was that. I've seen that a million times with the
yeah.
Chiefs defense. Just like, oh, they're gonna sack him. Oh, there's nobody even near the guy with the ball now. Oh God.
Doesn't it seem like San Francisco always has a fullback 44?
Oh,
like, you
yeah,
don't really know his name, but he's
absolutely.
good.
There's not that many
big white guy.
There's not that many teams with fullbacks. Like this is the Super
Right.
Bowl of
Yeah,
fullbacks.
yeah.
John Butera has entered the building. The very first guest
NFL Films
on
presents.
Comedians on Football.
There you
And here he's back again.
Welcome back.
Pat, could you fix his collar for me? Because that's going to drive me crazy. Unless he's doing a Dracula impression, then it's going to be cool. No headphones. We don't need headphones.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the game?
What game is that?
Nothing. The Knicks Raptors 2 weeks ago.
Girls College
I would,
D2.
however, like to personally say congratulations. To you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice, huh? Move
There
over
is-
just a little bit, John. Thank you.
I am, for 30 years now, I'm the only Chiefs fan that most people know.
Pretty much.
Well, there's Goomba Johnny.
Goomba Johnny.
Yeah, we were just talking about
and
him. He's
Preston
watching.
Lacey.
I don't know Preston.
Preston Lacey
From
is
Jackass? Yeah.
Him and I tour a lot together doing comedy.
Okay.
And he is a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan.
See? That's good
He's
people.
actually
He sounds
from-
like good people. I don't know
He's
him.
from Missouri.
Okay.
Which is where the Chiefs play.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that. Most people know that.
Some of us knew that.
And somebody,
It's right on the border. It is.
but somebody was posting, oh, it's like when the Jets play in Jersey. No, it's nothing like that.
No, no,
It's-
not at all. Not remotely.
Kansas City, they play in Kansas City,
Yeah,
Missouri.
yep.
It's like saying, well, Buffalo is basically Pennsylvania. No, it's not.
No.
All right. We're not going to get political here on our season finale of Comedians on Football. We're up to halftime. The San Francisco running out the clock.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
I think they should have taken another shot or two.
They got to call the timeout before the
That's the
before the
and
punts.
well,
Yes.
John Lynch was
Right?
trying to call it, but surprisingly, the referees won't give a timeout up in the press.
The GM call it from the luxury suite.
That was maybe my favorite shot of the
You
production.
noticed he was on the sidelines for the second half. He's like, I got to go down
go
there.
down? Did he go- I didn't
He went
see
down.
that.
But he went down after
I think he
the.
went down to see Shakira and
He went
J.Lo.
down after the pick.
Never made it back up.
He went down after the pick with
was
12
wearing a
minutes to
jacket
go,
with
and it
his
looked like a
crotch
lock. All of a sudden, they're showing John Lynch on the sideline. Ooh, we're gonna celebrate.
Oh, so sad, John Lynch.
But yeah, Shanahan keeps saying, "Oh, I would do that 10 times out of 10."
Yeah, well, not really.
And
Since
that's
you
why
lost-
he won't have a job.
That's
in
why,
2 years.
and that's why he's the biggest choke artist of the Super Bowl the last 5
He's
years.
got right. He's got the Atlanta Super Bowl choke, and now he's got this one. That's a big stink to get off you.
And you know,
Trust me about stinks.
he knows about
Yeah.
big stinks.
I know. I see your. I can't even look at his shirt.
Thank God I don't have my glasses.
I thought
That
we were still
is-
doing sports teams things.
No, well, I don't know what that is. And
I'm just going bold.
he went all.
I am. That's why I have a hat on.
He's in mourning. He's wearing all black.
John's wearing the outfit I had picked out for the other
And
the other outfit.
outcome, San Francisco wins. He's
I was
wearing
coming
that, yeah.
full cloak. And, yeah, it's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be horrible. We're up to halftime.
Oh,
Well, I don't mean to name drop, but I have 2 friends from Massapequa who played for the Chiefs back in the 80s and 90s.
true story.
Who?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
the Baldinger
Oh,
brothers.
right. That's right. That's right.
Oh.
Richard and Gary.
And you said you're gonna have them call in, but we're so chock full of excitement here.
That's the third brother who didn't play for the Chiefs. He played for
Brian.
the Eagles and the Colts.
Right,
Yeah,
Brian.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about the? Yep.
Halftime
It's,
for-
it's already 7:30. No, the Kelsey family.
Oh,
Like you
They're
have two
insane.
Super Bowl champions' sons.
and they're both insane.
The Mannings. Just saying.
Boses.
I know, but that's a whole dynasty. Like and
Well,
the
the Boses don't have.
It's the Book
Super
of
Bowls.
Manning. No,
but
they're all just first
and
round
did
picks.
Kelsey's father play? Did the Kelsey dad play in the
I don't know
NFL?
that.
Like Manning, Archie Manning, like that was a dynasty. Like just to have,
Yeah.
it's like me having 2 kids that play.
Oh, Bill
Anything.
Donovan has 2 Elm Jack Little League World Series champions.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember Hasselback blocking an extra point in the Raider Redskin Super Bowl.
You're old, dude.
And that's Hasselback. That's the dad.
That's the dad.
Oh, that was the dad?
Yeah, because the other 2 kids were quarterbacks.
Tim and Matt.
Yep. He was like
Yeah.
a defensive end.
Is Matt still a quarterback for somebody right now? Matt
No,
Hasselbeck?
he's on ESPN.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
And the other one's married to the girl who used to be on Fox.
On View. One of
Now
them
she-
that-
yeah,
Oh,
before.
the Survivor
She was on
chick.
the before.
Yeah. Anyway, the halftime show. It was. Why
It was a halftime
I
show.
thought
It was a halftime
actually,
show.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and probably disagree with the three of you.
Go out on a poll.
I thought besides the pole and that weird tongue, whatever she did.
That was some ethnic tradition. I
That
had
wasn't
no
even sexy. It
problem
just
with
looked like
that.
she was having a
Yeah,
seizure.
exactly.
I don't know.
Besides
It's
those
something
two
from her
things,
culture. I'll
I
allow it.
really actually enjoyed that it was a high energy halftime show because last year was a debacle with.
Yeah,
That was like
I thought it was
super
so
low
much
energy,
better than
like
last year.
lithium
Last year was
induced.
awful.
And then even for the last couple, they were weird. Katy Perry was good. I
Yeah, but
thought.
with the left shark.
I like the left shark. That was the only.
That was good.
She came out on the stupid giant lion. My kids got scared. I'm like, me too, a little bit.
A little bit.
But where are the days of like a good rock band?
That's what no one likes
halftime
anymore. I'm
show?
just
Yeah.
I like Springsteen and McCartney and all like the Who.
I like Tom Petty.
And no one remembers them.
Yeah.
But I just watched the Prince one again.
Oh, it's
Phenomenal.
amazing. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Like you when you watch that, you're
Well,
like
when
anything
Minnesota
could happen.
Vikings get into the Super Bowl again, Prince will do it again.
They'll come
Right,
back.
Yeah, do the what do they do? The special effects guy.
Something Grammy.
Elvis Presto. Do you remember Elvis Presto?
The holograms?
The holograms. Thank you.
Yeah, they did that with Tupac and
Yeah,
Coachella.
right.
Can he put
Why
a shirt
I
on?
know that, I have no idea.
I don't.
Tupac would be the Vegas mascot.
I was unimpressed by the show, but it could
I said it
literally
was-
have cared less.
I said this halftime show was horrible in
But you
two
gotta
languages.
remember, my wife is Hispanic.
Yeah, that was good.
So if I didn't enjoy it, I would have been a racist.
That,
Well, it doesn't make you're
so
not
many,
one.
so many reasons that you are. And again, it could have been the greatest. They could have
They're
brought the
fantastic
Beatles back
performers.
together, and
God
I would have
bless
just been sitting there going, "Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
just get
end,
over it.
please end." Let's just.
I mean, they really,
56 minutes between snaps, that's ridiculous.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
And I was already deep into my Fritos at that point, so
because they scored. You're right. You're good.
they had already scored. I was
Players
good.
comment on that too. Players say it's a weird thing. They say they change at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's usually 17 minutes on the button.
But they're the same. Like those guys were in uniform and on the field at like noon, running around. Like it's a long day, and then all of a sudden you got this extra. But the poor NFL needs to make a few extra bucks.
That's right.
What do you think about the idea that it's like 6 o'clock at night? Like, why not like have it at like 12 in California, 3 o'clock here? Like,
They
it's
used
such a
to.
long day.
They used to remember.
I
you guys
used to
remember
live in
the All Those
California.
Lights?
When I lived in
Right.
California, it was such a great Super Bowl party because the sun was out. It was like a great day.
I
In
like.
the old days, Miami, Minnesota was during the day.
Yep.
The Colts, Cowboys was during the day.
When did they
games all
move to
ended, it was still
6:30?
light out. Like 10 or 11. Super Bowl 10.
I think
okay.
from a marketing standpoint and from a general standpoint, having the game at night is better in many ways, especially because if you have it where people are traveling during rush hour, leaving their parties, the roadways will be crazy. Half of them are going to be drunk,
but
unfortunately.
there's no rush hour on Sunday, you know.
Do it Saturday.
Now there's so many.
Yeah,
No.
Saturday.
I
Well,
like Sunday.
they
No,
used.
Sunday's
You
great.
I
They
kind of
should
read
just
about
make
it.
Monday
Monday's the
holiday.
holiday. Monday's got to be a holiday.
Make it
But-
President's Day. Just move President's Day.
Again,
Mo-
there's a whole
Monday
half
is
of the
the-
nation
is
that
the
doesn't give a
greatest
rat's
call-in
butt
sick
about
day.
what we're talking about.
Yeah, well,
Half the nation doesn't care about President's Day either. So,
Half the nation doesn't have traffic.
That's a very good. In Missouri, you ever been to Missouri?
Why?
Oh, we're down to we're down to 64 miles an hour. What's the backup? It's 5:30. Why are we only moving? Oh, I can't stand it.
before the half, the Kittle, was that an offensive interference call? Was that right?
It was.
Okay.
It doesn't always get called, but he obviously
I
pushed
never
off.
see that get called.
I don't
couldn't
even know the
believe it.
rules anymore.
I couldn't
They're
believe
all
they called it.
they're all mugging each other, and it can go either way.
But you know
Yeah,
what?
he
Right,
did make
right?
separation, so technically by
So-
the rule it was. It's
Well, he
just
did
weird
this,
that they
something
were
like
called.
that.
No, it was more. It was more. I
was
touched
only-
it.
it was
I
only-
touched
it
it.
was barely.
It was only because his arm was fully extended. If his arm didn't
Yeah,
get
that's
fully
it. It
extended,
locked
then
out
it
or
wouldn't have been.
But they did
Right.
say something before the game started that Shanahan went to the refs and said,
Oh, yeah.
the Chiefs are notorious at holding and not
Right.
getting called. Keep an eye on it." And
Yeah.
they didn't get called for one holding
Nope.
penalty, but they were watching him shove off.
Absolutely. There was a ton of offside penalties, right? And false
And there was
starts
one
and-
I called in my living room that
And didn't get called.
It looked like D Ford, the Niners.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's across the line, free play. Wait,
Nothing.
there's no flag.
No call.
How's that
Yeah.
possible? D Ford invisible in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I,
What-
they
what do you
give you
think-
25 seconds now too, not 20, because it's the clock runs out. 35 seconds.
Yeah.
it's always on zero, and they never call it. They
That
never-
one
There
was
was
crazy.
one play.
Yeah,
that
there was
was
one
like,
But in
play
the
that
playoffs, this year in the playoffs, that happened 5 or 6 times. Where I'm like, oh, that's a penalty.
Well, they had
let it go.
They had a great shot from behind
Yeah.
Garoppolo of the ref.
The zero.
And
He
he's,
hasn't even clapped yet.
The zeros are behind him, and you see the ref go.
He's so pretty.
Go ahead.
Wait,
he's so good
Go
looking.
ahead. Yeah, he's so handsome.
So you thought that was a great shot from behind Garoppolo also?
It was a well-composed shot of Garoppolo
don't
behind the
backtrack
center,
now.
the ref, the clock, me and my Cheetos. Let's talk for a little bit about Richard Sherman's ankles.
Oh, how they broke.
They're both broken. My God, was he embarrassed in the Super Bowl.
my God.
First by Sammy Watkins, then by Tyreek Hill. I think you could have, no.
No. Who enjoyed it more, you or Revis? Because
Oh.
Revis just tore him apart on Twitter.
Who ate more Fritos, me or Revis? It's toss-up.
It's a toss-up there.
Yeah,
But
that's a
he's
weird
not
beef between those two guys.
He's not even their best cover guy. They don't put he doesn't cover their best guy anymore.
No.
So
He just stays there.
They got Tyreek Hill on him, I think, on purpose and exposed him.
But both guys. I didn't know Sammy Watkins was that fast. He showed me some decent speed.
Sammy
this year.
Watkins had like a 4.25 coming out of college, but then he got the leg injuries. He's still probably a 4.3, 4.35.
But he's never played 16 games.
Right.
Because he's always injured. The toe, the this, the that, like you.
Why is it always me?
He chose to wear
And the
that
injuries
shirt.
are embarrassing.
Hey,
runny nose.
this
I
was
did,
a,
yeah.
I, I'm,
Bruised
I'm
ego.
out of, it's been 127 shows. I'm out of segues. I love Zorns and Beth Page.
Oh, come on.
I
you
really
have to do better
do.
than that.
Who doesn't
Zorns
love?
deserves better.
I've got nothing left. It's almost 7:30. Zorns and Beth Page. They've been with us for quite a while. They've been sponsoring my other podcast. They are delightful people with delightful specials. The ad you're going to see is outdated because somebody was too busy this week. The All-Star special is now $104.95. Still a bargain with all the treats that you're going to see in there. And it's their 80th anniversary this year. They've been around since 1940. All this year, they're going to be having specials just for you for $19.40. So check out their website for all their upcoming specials. Sally, roll some tape. Comedians on Football is proud to be sponsored by Zorns of Bethpage, Long Island's favorite chicken and takeout. They have been providing great tasting homemade food here on Long Island for almost 80 years. And they do it the old-fashioned way. Everything is made by hand, fresh right on the premises. And they never use any preservatives or artificial flavoring, just the same ingredients you would use in your own kitchen. Zorns of Bethpage is home to grade A poultry, time-honored traditions, and family recipes. And if you haven't visited their new store yet, please do. It's located at the same location, 4321 Hempstead Turnpike in Bethpage, just west of the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway. The new store features old traditions with new beginnings. And if you plan on having folks over to watch a big game, check out their All Sports Anytime package. It's a 2-foot hero, 60 buffalo wings, 3 pounds of pasta, and chocolate chip cookies, all for under $100. Zorns of Bethpage is great if you're feeding just a few or a whole household. You can't go wrong with good old Zorns of Bethpage deliciousness. So check out Zorns of Bethpage today. Okay.
Wings.
Why aren't you talking?
Zorns. No relation to Jim Zorn.
I said like 5
She's
seconds ago,
mics
like
are going
10
on,
seconds ago.
and the mics go on, and we're all just like,
I was replaying that spin play again
No,
in my
I
head.
said, I was like 5 seconds, I'm turning your mics on.
Oh, okay. Zorns of Bethpage. What wonderful food they have over there and good people. Go visit Zorns of Bethpage today.
Very yummy.
Yes. All right.
Did you see the post I put up on Facebook when the Super Bowl was over? It was a picture of Pat Mahomes, the son, in a Mets uniform.
Oh, really? Everybody had the picture of him like shagging fly balls.
Yep, with Mike Hampton. I said one of these professional athletes I'm proud of.
I would laugh at that, but you said while we were off camera that you had been dreaming of this show after a Niners win. I think that's mean.
I thought, like, how great would the radio be if you were crying?
It is mean. It's mean-spirited.
Would have been like that 5 seconds of silence we just had.
Yeah.
just nothing.
Slightly more entertaining, probably.
My attire would have made more sense because it would have been like in memoriam.
Oh, my God. We all would have come in.
We'd have an in memoriam segment for my remote, my
my
beer
God.
glass. No, with after that pick, with 12 minutes to go, I took my phone, went in the kitchen, I put it where I charge it at night. I went back to my seat and telling myself, all right, big boy pants time. The kids are watching me.
You can't.
I'm going to set a good
freak out.
example. Yeah, don't lose your mind.
Oh man.
Dad, are they going to come back? Maybe it may not be their year, buddy.
Shut up and sit down. That's not going to be my house.
It's not their year. It's not your year either.
Somebody's in for a world of hurt.
Go do your homework.
But I was resigned. I said, all right, it's not going our way. They just got. I thought the Niners were going to march down the field and go up 17. So all right, I'm just going to watch it till double zeros. It was hard enough watching the Patriots last year get the Lamar Hunt trophy on the field Lamar Hunt built.
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch the gold and red confetti pour down on the Niners. I was just going to.
Gold and red confetti.
Well, it was yellow and red for the Chiefs. Thank you.
Right,
they had two different confetti cannons.
Yes,
I learned
gold
from
and
the
yellow.
production
They're
report.
so much different.
It's probably the same stuff.
Same stuff.
San Fran, it's all confetti.
One of my favorite memes of the whole.
That's great.
All the Facebook memes that say like, check out this picture from history taken just moments before disaster struck. Like those are always a thing, and there's always like a lady on a beach as a plane is coming down.
Yeah.
This one was. Look at this! Check out this picture moments before disaster struck, and it was the Niners D celebrating in the end zone after that pick.
Oh my
12 minutes
God.
later,
That did not age well
No.
in 20
I actually
minutes.
said to my kids too. I go, that could come back and bite them.
But they say that because that.
we said this in one of the earlier shows. Like that became a thing this
They
year.
actually rehearsed it. They're like, they all
yeah.
But every interception now, the defense runs, even if it's 80 yards, runs to the other end zone and does a dance or
Yeah. I'm going for a job with the Jets as a choreographer for celebrations.
And then they're exhausted with like 2 minutes left in the
right,
game.
boys.
They have to sub out. They're so tired.
that worked out
Oh,
well.
You ran down the field.
That worked out very well
And you
for
ran
me.
down the field 100
that was
yards
the
to dance.
Mahomes interception.
Yeah, they were coming, and I was thinking, all right, they're like almost to the 30.
Oh, and
If
he
we get a
fumbled-
field goal,
and he fumbled before the interception
yes,
too, right?
it was.
He looked
He
bad.
did not
He looked-
look right.
Right?
He shouldn't have been MVP. He didn't have a great game.
And then
did not have a great game.
even that 21-0 run, which no team has ever scored 21 points in the fourth quarter. Alex Smith.
that true?
That is true.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean 21 on the number or? As
Nobody's
much as
ever
21?
scored 3 touchdowns. No team's ever scored 3 touchdowns in the
Amazing.
final
55
quarter.
games, really? Wow.
And I was shocked that like the Cowboys blowout,
52-17.
or even
Cowboys
the
had their
Niners over the Chargers when they were favored by 19.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think Mahomes should not have been the MVP. Everybody knows I love the guy. If you've ever seen this show or
I concur.
ever sat next to me in the last 2 years.
Right.
He had 2 good drives.
And Alex Smith could have done that. Like everybody said, Alex Smith was a game manager. I thought Alex Smith was a damn fine quarterback, and he was not, Mahomesian was not his traditional Mahomes.
No.
They did a story of him early in the day. Did you see his story, Alex Smith? Like,
Yeah, he almost died.
Lost his leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
After he broke his leg, he got an infection in the
Yeah,
hospital.
got staph infection. He went septic, and they were like, he was like in an induced coma. When he came out, they said you were very close to dying.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Same thing happened to John Butero. Look at him. already dressed for the
is that
coffin.
a fake leg? I'm not gonna
That's a different show.
So I don't. Again, Mahomes should not have got the MVP.
No, Williams,
But
right? Williams?
you know the NFL just couldn't wait to crown this
Oh,
kid.
they're looking to give
No,
him
but
the-
you've seen so many games where the quarterback, if he has a couple good, there's been plenty of games where the quarterback's not good, he gets the MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Damian Williams had a fantastic game, and they're like, oh,
What
America
did he
doesn't.
rush for? How many yards?
He combined. He had like 137.
But he had 2
combined.
touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
And quality, like tough running touchdowns.
The last one was the.
But nobody in America knows the name Damian
He
Williams.
was a
No,
practice
I
squad
love
guy.
his sneakers. He was wearing Jordan cleats.
Was he?
Yeah, Air Jordan cleats. They were great.
He's another practice squad guy.
Yeah.
They ran out of running backs. They brought him up.
Let's. Oh
Steve
my.
was the next call.
Sorry. I was next up.
Yeah.
They only had 2 running backs in that game. What about
Stretch it out
LaShawn?
in the backyard.
They may
Tell
call
me
me.
when I'm in.
Kelly, they may call me.
I've had some Doritos.
Come
And
on,
Kelly
boys.
didn't hear me because she was in the kitchen complaining about D Train's hat from last week's show.
Get over
No, my wife did a lot of dishes, as I said. Every time things got tense, she was more stressed during this game than I was.
Oh,
Because I just
gonna
had
get beat up.
I had to live with the Chiefs' loss. She had to deal with.
Did you have
Yeah.
people over, or
Big
was this your?
baby
Oh
seat.
God, no.
No.
Really?
That's a
Oh,
big
you're one of
rule.
those lunatics. Okay.
Yeah. he
Yeah,
can't.
one son was in the basement playing video games till 10.
Yeah.
My other son sat with me. My wife was happy and cheering for the right parts, and then hiding during the bad parts. I thought I had washed this dish. I'll be back.
I'm into good luck positions. I am. Everyone keeps stay where you are. Stay where you are.
I
Don't
stay
move.
in the
Yeah.
same. My ass stays in the same spot on the couch that it's been for the
don't
now 9-game winning streak.
Did I tell you guys this last? I almost didn't get married because of that.
Because your wife?
My wife is sleeping. The Yankees are playing the Mariners. 1995.
All right,
And,
I remember this. I was in the stadium for this.
So my wife gets up in like the 8th inning, the Yankees are winning, and she goes to go to bed. I go, just lay back down. Just lay back down on the couch. She was already
How many
asleep.
times did you tell her that?
She's like, you're crazy. She went inside, went to sleep. The Yankees lose.
Yeah.
We didn't talk for like a week, and I was like, I'm not going to marry her. She doesn't listen.
No, she made the Yankees lose. I didn't know it was her. I thought it was,
Exactly. Thank you.
thought it was a friend of mine. I didn't buy the round. And
Tyrion Matthew says after the game, I'm glad they stopped running. And everybody said, oh, he's throwing shade. I'm like, I think that's a great assessment.
No,
As a fan,
the
like
running
I
was
was
working,
so
yeah.
thankful that they stopped running. And I don't know why they did.
Odd to me.
Same reason, like why?
Bad clock management.
Why didn't the Falcons? Why didn't the Falcons run more at the end of that game?
Because it's Shanahan hates running in the second half. Obviously,
We've
we've learned.
Is he allergic to winning?
Yeah. Oh boy.
And Frank Clark, we talked about last week. Who was you here last week?
I was here.
Frank Clark, 55, was their big money acquisition.
That's right.
He was talking smack for 2 weeks about how they don't
Bulletin
deserve to be
board
on the same
material,
field.
yeah.
A lot of bulletin board material.
Yep.
Dude was invisible for most of the game. He sacked or was close to a sack on that last drive with 2 minutes to go when they were up 11. He got in on the quarterback.
Yeah.
The one time.
But
And after the
rest of
game, they put a mic in his face, and he said Garoppolo doesn't deserve to be on the same field as him.
Oh, my
Overpaid.
God. Oh,
hey, Frank Clark, shut the hell up,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, take
He
care
won't
of
be on a team next year.
No.
Speaking of the end of the football season, Sally, I hear there's a hot new show coming to Govs Radio.
There is. There's a comedians on hockey show.
No.
No. There's a what?
I'm offended.
We rehearsed this 47 times.
Get your
Did
stick
not.
and go.
Get the right
Coming
sport.
soon.
Sport.
There's
It's
right.
Comedians on Baseball with the lovely John Butera.
Oh, I thank
Yes.
you.
So Chris Roach started Comedians on Hockey. I stole his idea.
Right.
And now John Butera is stealing this
John
idea.
isn't starting
I'm
till
going to do
March.
comedians on cricket.
So March.
Yeah, March is a
Indian
long,
following.
long way away.
And D-Tran starting Comedians on Crack starting in about 3 hours.
Wait, we can all do that
Yeah, I
show.
was going to say that show started about 10 years ago.
Tell us a little bit about Comedians on Baseball, John.
It's going to be a fun, energetic, intelligent.
Nothing like
You're
this
saying this like yeah, I don't like what this is implying. This is bulletin board material
Very
for next year.
informative.
Okay, I'll give him that one. Are
I
you going to
do,
be biased
however-
at all?
No.
You're a Met fan?
I'm a Mets and a Red Sox fan. You're welcome.
Weigh your stirrups.
Wow.
Hey, what did you do in '86?
Well, that's when I became a Red Sox fan.
Oh,
What a
they
sellout.
gave you
felt so
they
bad
gave
for
you a
him.
World Series.
No, I was a Mets fan as a
Do you have a
child,
Calvin
and I
Schiraldi
felt
shrine
so
in your
bad for the Red Sox.
Really?
I did. I felt
How do you
genuinely
feel bad for those
I was
people?
8.
All right.
Have you ever been to Boston?
I know.
Yes.
There's
Wait,
no way
you
to
were
feel
8 for that
no pity
game?
for those people.
Yeah, you're much older than me.
Holy crap. Holy
Did you
crap.
ever see a game there at Fenway?
No, but I'm
Oh.
going this year.
Don't
like
do
the,
it. Oh,
it's
you
like
can.
The best place.
Said
It is.
a-
It's cool. It is. There's
Said
not-
a short person.
I will tell you one thing
Yeah.
very
Oh,
special
It's horrible for tall people.
that I got to enjoy. Now, I used to be a sports broadcaster. For those of you who don't know, I used to be on The Fan. And I was there for a couple of years. Before that, I was at St. John's University, blah, blah, blah. You'll appreciate, you're a Yankee fan, I take it,
Yes.
correct? So when I graduated college, Bob Shepard announced my graduation from St. John's.
Ah, that's cool.
When he
Now
was 90 years
graduating.
old.
Number.
With a 3.2 GPA.
Whoa, 2.9. And
That's later in the lineup.
Hey.
You don't get announced by Bob then.
But I was very lucky to be able to get tickets for certain events and see a lot of sporting events live.
Okay.
Nice.
I got tickets to the 2009 World Series. I got to see Game 6 when the Yankees won the World Series. However,
2009.
I can guarantee I was the only person there wearing a Pedro Martinez jersey.
Oh, my God.
You're the guy.
He was
You're
starting
the
for the
guy.
Phillies.
Yeah.
He had a terrible game, too. But
He actually didn't have that bad of a game. He didn't have that bad of a game.
He ran out of gas in the 6th inning. He just didn't want to pitch
That's,
anymore.
That's what it was.
That was it.
So
Enough baseball.
around the fifth inning, I realized, you know what? I'm actually going to root for the Yankees for one reason. How often do you actually get to see a world championship happen?
Absolutely.
Oh,
with your own eyes.
Yeah.
So
But even just when you're at it, like, it's horrible to be at Yankee Stadium and root for the Twins. Like, it's just, if you don't have a big rooting interest, at least root for the home team. No?
What?
Not
Just
the
because of the
Yankees.
song?
Like I wouldn't wear a Yankee hat to Fenway, and I've been to 2 games at Fenway. It's a really cool place to see a game. It is. It's like a city block. You wouldn't even know it's a stadium.
Yeah,
if you know where
it
to
is.
go.
But
It's
the
a lot of
seats were
fun.
designed
They're
in
small, yes.
1911.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
I couldn't.
They're standing room only still. They give
Yeah.
some tickets where you can
That's
stand
the-
anywhere.
that's the only
Someone's
way to
not
go.
blocking anyone. You can stand somewhere. But I haven't been there since they. And the outfield on both edges, they have like bars and stuff up
Yeah.
there now. So I haven't been there
They're,
since.
they're trying to, like, add-on and updated.
Yeah, they got the.
So they can only go up.
seats.
They can only go up. Yeah, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when's that starting, Johnny?
That is starting March 22nd.
What night of the week are you
Sunday
doing?
nights.
Sunday nights.
Sunday night
Comedians on
baseball.
baseball.
He'll be stealing signs by Monday.
He'll have.
You gonna start
plenty
with
to
that
talk
with the
about.
Houston scandal?
No, because
And
I'm going to
Boston.
move on. I'm going
right.
to move on from that. I will do something that you didn't do too much on your show, and that's
Entertain.
Be funny.
right. Have content. No.
So which one is his, Mike?
Yeah, still upset I
I
was
will
talking
have a
about
lot
hockey.
more fantasy sports in my show than yours did.
Thank you.
But there's one thing I can't do that you did on your show that I'm envious of.
Change light bulbs.
No, have a great first guest. And I'm not talking about Eric. So I love Eric.
You heard about Eric, right?
No. You're such a tip. I mean,
He wants to know did you pay for your haircut? By the way, Eric, he just commented.
Did he really?
Yes.
Me?
No.
my wife has a hair salon.
And I have a Flowbee.
Remember those things? Those
As the season comes to an
They
end, I've
really
clearly
suck
lost
as
control.
they cut.
Wait, is it? Oh, next year.
Oh.
The early odds favorites win next year's Super Bowl.
Wait, the
Yeah,
interference
I'm
penalty, we were talking
surprised.
about that?
That is the Chiefs?
It's not. It's the 49ers is number one.
Not as of today on sportsline.com.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're eight. Ravens and
morning-
Niners.
Tennessee. No?
Ravens and Niners are 8-1. The Chiefs are at 5-1.
And who's
What's Tennessee?
That switched a lot because this morning it was the Niners, then the Ravens, then the Chiefs.
Oh no, sir. No, I don't.
You are incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, Ravens at 8-1 is a great bet. You said Titans, 40-1.
Really?
That's high.
How about
I
this?
think that was a fluke.
This is what confused me.
Well, yeah, Tannehill can't do that.
The
for a whole
Browns, the Browns have better odds than the Bills.
No, that can't be.
Yeah, that's insane.
Thank you. The Browns are 30-1, and the Bills are 40-1. Sorry, Mike Keegan.
Islanders are 30-1 right now.
Oh, they look so bad.
I know.
That's because they're the Islanders.
How dare you, sir?
This guy.
Giant fan.
Giants, yeah.
Wait, where are
what
the
are they?
Cowboys?
50, 60?
Cowboys are 12-1.
That's right. We got a good coach.
Wait, did Dak ever get his contract?
No, not yet.
He's
They're
gonna
sign
get.
him
I
this
think
week,
he's gonna
though. They're
get franchised.
franchise tag. Yep.
Right.
What does
And
that
they're going to
mean
waste a tremendous amount of money because he sucks.
Yeah. And then
Dak
Mahomes is going to get
so-
$40 million, and he's going to go, "Oh, I should be getting that kind of money."
Dak,
And he's
there's
out of
only
his
one
mind.
player
he's not a-
in
no, he
NFL
doesn't
history that Dak is more overrated than, and that's Joe Namath.
Oh,
Yeah, we spoke about him
I
earlier.
thought,
I agree.
I thought
Oh,
I
I'm like, we
thought
bring.
he was going to go with Tony Romo. I'm like, oh, two generations.
I thought you were going to
ago?
say Tony Orlando.
If you franchise,
It was all about Dawn.
If you franchise him, you keep him, and you have to pay him the highest average of his position.
Right.
average.
The average of the top 5 at his position.
Yeah.
That's
so
how
Top
the
five.
franchise.
All right.
40, 25.
But only for a year, right?
For one
One year.
franchise
Yeah,
only.
you only get 1
I'm
year.
really hoping that they give Mahomes his money,
They-
but then they make it like it becomes like a Patriots thing where they know they have a winning formula, and people are going to want to come play.
Absolutely.
That's what happened in Seattle. They had a stud team, and they had to pay the quarterback, and they couldn't surround him. for the
They
next
couldn't
5 years.
surround him, but like,
No.
how much money? Like, I hope people think like the Patriots guys did. That
Doesn't
you don't
Brady
need him.
restructure his contract as they
Yeah.
need money? He'll go, yeah, take off 5 and give it to me later.
Well, yep. Down the road, he's like
Yeah.
Bobby Bonilla.
Right, he's gonna get
paid till,
Still getting paid, right, John?
Right, yeah,
Bobby
but
Bonilla
it's a
still.
million a year.
What day of the year
Till
is that?
2027.
What day of the year is that?
Listen, that's really smart.
Bobby Bonilla Day. Isn't
Oh.
there is a certain day of the year every year?
It is. It's like
Oh, that he
June
gets
19th.
his check.
Is that it? Yeah, it's like June. I
gets
thought
a
it was
Just
million
gets it
dollars
once a
there.
year.
I
That's
thought it was like the
crazy.
summer solstice, June 21st. It's the longest day of the year, and Bobby Bonilla gets
An egg can balance on its bottom,
That's
and, and Bobby Bonilla drives to the
Yeah,
bank,
yeah.
and his horn goes. So that was the 2020 football season.
Congratulations.
A horrible fantasy year. You talked about fantasy. This was my worst fantasy year I've ever had. I was horrible, and yet I don't care. I'll finish second to last every single year for another Lombardi trophy.
In one of my fantasy football drafts, I drafted 12th out of 12 teams, and I won.
There you go. What'd you win?
I won 600.
Ooh.
Yep.
Bacon sandwiches are on Johnny tonight. Highlights of the year, John?
I think the greatest call of the year was somebody on this show saying that Andrew Luck would retire and never play again.
That was
So
early.
big
That was
shout out
early.
to Fat Jay who made that.
Whoa,
Oh, no.
whoa. We're both fat, but it was me.
You did make that call very early on, And then I got the call the night of the retirement. Hey, can you pull that clip for me when I said?
Then I also stayed the Antonio Brown disaster.
Oh, that was fodder for weeks on the
I
show.
don't know what to do. Like it was fun making fun of him, and now it's just sad.
It's very sad.
Now he's apologizing to everybody.
Yeah, he's like, if you have a name, I'm apologizing to you.
Before I hit you.
And I think he might be back on The Masked Singer. I'm not sure. I think he's in the banana outfit.
Oh, that was such a great show.
Oh my God!
Started
Pat, what was your
right.
favorite part of the season?
The meltdown of the Browns altogether.
Ooh.
The overrated Browns who were supposed to, go far, far, far this year.
So did you like
2-6
when they were
like
swinging
anything.
helmets and giving concussions? Did you like that part?
No, that's insane. That stuff.
Yeah.
And then the quarterback provoked it. What are you
Is that
talking
dude out of baseball? Is that dude out of football?
He's
Suspended for
indefinitely,
yeah.
right? I don't think he
It's
gets
probably going to be a
reinstated.
full year.
Yeah.
He's not going to play.
So
Wow.
like until whatever that was,
Calendar year?
Week
9.
8 next year.
Can he play like week 8
9.
next year?
No. I think it's another season.
Oh, a full season out.
So I think it's going to be a year and a
That's
half.
going to cost him a career, man. There's no way he comes back a year and a half, right? I mean,
Well, Le'Veon
That's a
Bell
shame, too. He was
tried.
the best.
yeah. See how that worked out.
He didn't pick the right.
Oh,
spot.
you know what? There was one other thing that I thought was pretty cool. Right as soon as Breeze went out on the show, somebody asked me what I thought was going to happen with Bridgewater, and I said they're going to go 5-1, 6-0. I think I was pretty accurate on that.
Comedians on Baseball with the all-knowing, omniscient John Butera. At least he won't make the show about himself.
I predict the XFL. No.
D-Train,
Starts next week. actually.
Comedians on XFL. What are we doing?
what was your favorite thing besides having a place to come on Tuesday nights?
Well, yeah, I mean that's the yeah, right.
It's warm in here. Thank you.
It's
No, the
four-
heat's fixed now.
I can finally turn off my car.
Get the call at 4:00 every Tuesday.
You're my Regis.
Right, exactly.
Somebody's
It was,
got the flu.
Dallas
and Darren
falling
Dillon, thanks for coming last week, but I do not have the flu. I'm
No.
very healthy.
We're
You
all
accused me of
healthy,
being
thank
sick,
God.
yes.
Yeah, he was,
Coronas, but not
he was the original
Yeah.
coronavirus. Yeah, Dallas falling apart this year just broke my heart.
Which game was the one?
Oh, it was the Thanksgiving game. I mean, that's,
Oh,
it
that
was
was a
just
good one.
awful.
That was
just
a good
awful.
one. That was a good
You
one.
weren't crushed early in the year when they were playing so bad?
I thought they could always come back. I thought they could pull it together.
That was worse because nobody saw the Bills coming
That's
too.
right.
That looked like an
That's
easy
true.
game. for
As a
Cowboys.
Cowboy fan, does it bother you or you just don't care that Jason Garrett's going to win a Super Bowl with the Giants?
Oh, he's not gonna. The Giants are a disaster.
The whole
what
division
no.
is not that good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Giants
for the
will
Battle
win.
of New York, they are both slated at 80-1 with the Vegas
I'm
books.
not worried about. I mean, eventually, will they win with that quarterback? Maybe that could happen, but as long as he's not the head coach, whatever.
There's 3 head coaches right now.
Yeah, on the Giants.
You got Freddie Kitchens. You got your.
That spells disaster. I'm sorry.
Who
You
is
have
the-
3 head coaches on a team?
who's the new head
and-
coach?
Garrett,
Yeah.
Kitchens, and then you have Joe Judge.
Joe
which
Judge. That's the name. I can't remember.
I'm going to make a very bold prediction.
Oh, write it down. Paterno's always right.
I'm probably
Joe
not
Judge
right
will
on
marry
this.
Aaron
Let me
Judge.
just timestamp this so I can send it to you at midnight when you call me.
right.
Go ahead.
Bold prediction. I don't really think it's going to happen, but I'm going to be the first to say. Next year in a Giants uniform, Rob Gronkowski.
No, he's not coming back.
He loves Joe Judge. Loves him.
I think he loves to be off and not hurt anymore.
I really think
loves
he
his,
enjoys
CBD
beer.
oil or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
He's
Who
got
doesn't?
enough.
It may be week
That's what this is.
14, but
You think
Rob
he pulls
Gronkowski in a Giants
what's his
uniform.
name from the Marshawn Lynch and just comes back like with 3 weeks to go in the season?
possibly.
That's a great move.
Oh, brilliant.
If you can do that and then get on a Super Bowl run, like
not?
God bless Marshawn.
Yeah.
That was a smooth
Jeremy
move.
Stockey to the Jets, my prediction. Actually, the Jets were a lot closer to being good this year than
Then the Giants, and then they had any right to be.
they
Yeah.
lost. They lost to the Dolphins, who hadn't had a win. They lost to the Bengals, who didn't have a win. They should have won that Buffalo game, first game of the year.
Yep, absolutely.
You switch those games around, they were 10-16, and they were boring and not fun
And
to
they
watch.
and
but
they
they're
sneak
better
in
than
past
you
the
think.
Titans,
That's right.
and then
better
I
than you
humiliate
think.
them in Arrowhead.
Who gets the number 1 pick this year?
Bengals.
Bengals. So they're taking that quarterback, right?
Yes. Where does
Giants
Andy
dropped to
go?
4.
Right. What was that?
Where does Andy Dalton go? Is he going to back
'cause
up?
once they
Well, no,
Or you think they run him
they
and
can't.
keep that kid?
Yeah, they got to keep him on the sidelines the first
And,
year. No?
and people
At
get
least
hurt.
half the season, and then Dalton becomes your
Your backup.
backup, and
and
then
your
at the end of the
mentor,
year, you
your
get rid
hope.
of him.
Right.
But they benched him this year and brought him
Dalton?
back, and he started winning.
Yeah.
Dalton,
Yeah, there was some. Who was the? I have
someone
no
else
idea
in
who
there
that
for
kid's
him.
name
You
I
don't-
was.
couldn't even tell you.
You can't go without drafting.
You have to take
Burrows.
Him. You have
Yeah.
to take the
You have
scout.
to.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to take the
Chase
number 1 guy
Young is
on the
going to go
board.
to Washington, which is horrible that the Redskins are getting him. But and then third will probably be the cornerback from Ohio State, and the Giants at 4. I'd actually like to see them trade out of the pick and get 2 picks from either the Dolphins, who pick at 5, you bullcrap them, say you have someone coming in that wants a quarterback, because they're going to take Tua, and maybe you get 2 picks out of them, and you get another pick out of somebody else.
Ohio State, the defensive end or the you said cornerback? Which
the cornerback is going to go 3rd.
And I think the defensive end's a little overrated on Ohio State.
Chase Young?
Yeah.
Oh, he had a bad last couple of games, but I think that he's an explosive talent. He's a Ndamukong Suh type talent.
Is he dirty?
I was going to say.
He's
No,
very dirty player.
but you just, Ndamukong Suh went crazy.
He has that engine, yeah.
Who are the 5 teams with the worst odds for the Super Bowl next year?
Dolphins.
Giants, Jets.
Nope. Giants, Jets are the second tier.
Jacksonville's horrible.
Who'd you say?
Dolphins.
Correct.
Jacksonville.
Correct.
Bengals.
Correct. One's
Cardinals.
One's obvious. No. Cardinals are 80-1.
Hmm.
You just mentioned them. Bad team. Bad.
Redskins.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
But the other one is surprising.
Chargers.
What a fall from grace.
I already saw the answer, so I'm not going to answer it.
You and your special glasses. Carolina Panthers.
Oh, yeah, because they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, they got to do a lot. Exactly. What are they going to do? Are they going to keep Cam? What are they going to do?
Yeah, they're
Now, is he
they're
a
in
free
trouble.
agent?
I think his contract's up, right?
I think so.
And he's banged up.
I think you signed Teddy Bridgewater if you're Carolina.
Yeah. They already let go of all.
There were some rumors that Cam would go to New England. I don't know. I don't care. I won a Super Bowl. I won a Super Bowl.
Right.
Oh my God!
How old were you for the first
Fitzpatrick
one?
will have another good year.
Here's my makeup.
4.
Kelly makeup. I got the back cover framed for you. So Kelly Belanger, get off my back.
That is precious. Look at that. Oh, he looks so handsome. He looks so handsome. Thank you, Christopher. Oh, did I mention I won a Super Bowl? It's a weird feeling.
It is.
I'm still a tingle.
I've seen it and felt it 4 times, so I'm okay.
Yeah, I've never had, I mean, besides gambling and box pool interest, never had that much interest in a Super Bowl.
I'm frankly sick of it.
Oh, she's a New England.
Patriots.
Oh, you're sick of the Patriots?
I thought you were sick of me. I was about
to. Sick of winning all the time. It's boring now.
Oh, yeah.
You are not even that big a Patriots fan. You just think Tom Brady's cute.
The whole town. My brother has a house in Cape Cod, and we go there in the summer, and people are obnoxious, and they've just won in everything for 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They've been good in
Red
everything
Sox,
for a long time.
Bruins, Celtics.
Yep. Well, the Celtics have only won 1.
I actually like when the Bruins
It
win
is.
for one reason.
Why?
The company I bartend a couple of days at Jake's 58, the casino.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I'm dressed like this. And the funny thing is that Boston Holdings, which owns the TD Garden and the Boston Bruins,
Right.
is the same company as Delaware North, which owns a casino.
I thought, Delaware North. I thought they were from down there, so I didn't think that had anything
No,
to do
they're
with
from
Boston.
Buffalo, actually.
Oh, okay.
And so basically, like, I won the Stanley Cup.
I had right over here
I didn't get a ring, but
on my list, I had to wrap up 6 months of shows. Let's get John Butera's corporate backstory. So I'm glad we were able to get to that.
Yes, Delaware North and Buffalo. When did we get there?
Let's wrap up with the Chiefs are phenomenal. I'll be back here next year to hopefully win another Super Bowl. Did I mention that I won a Super Bowl?
Go
You did.
Zorns.
I just got to keep riding that
Go
train.
Zorns.
Riding that train. Thank you to Zorns and Beth Page for all their wonderful support. Thank you for the Govs family and the Govs Comedy Club Radio. Again, check out Knock 'em Dead Comedy every weekday from 11 to 1. And the new Comedians on Baseball with John Butera starting March
22nd.
The all-knowing.
Go to
Pitchers
Pat's
and catchers.
Facebook page to see when him and John's Facebook page to see when they're performing next. Here it comes. Here comes the brain stroke. I can't speak anymore. Check out Chris Donovan's Twitter and Facebook page because he's very funny, even when he's being mean to me.
Oh, I don't like you.
What'd you say about the Super Bowl halftime? It's failing in both languages.
Yeah, it's a terrible show in 2 languages.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks to Sally O'Neill for being our wonderful producer.
My pleasure.
Thanks for watching Comedians on Football. We'll see you back here for training camp. Thanks, everybody. I want it.